Morning. So I've boiled a couple of cups of water. I'm adding in this morning's tea Starwest Botanicals joint support tea. I'm just going to add barely a half a teaspoon because it has licorice root in it. It's very strong. And a half a teaspoon of their memory tea. This is like a 1 pound bag. It lasts a long time. You keep it stored in your refrigerator, and then to make the tea, I'm setting this for 5 minutes. Good morning, ladies. It's tea time. It's been a little while since we've had a tea time. I am Lori, and welcome to my home. I am a conservative Christian, a wife, mother, grandmother, and a pastor's wife, hoping to encourage you with your health and your weight loss, because I found victory in my weight loss last year, losing 58 pounds super easily, and I'm wanting to share it with others and encourage others to do the same. I'm not a professional. I'm not a health professional. I'm just a homemaker and a home cook. This morning, I wanted to start off by saying I'm a daily weigher. I like to weigh myself, and I happen to be a very passionate person. Some people might say OCD. I don't care what you call it. I think OCD is negative. Passionate is very positive. So I like to weigh myself in the morning to kind of gauge how I'm doing. In fact, the American Heart Association published in November of 2018 a study that those who daily weigh have far more success in their weight loss than those who don't weigh daily. So I find that to be true for myself. In all the groups that I have been in, I have found that I lost weight where my friends that don't weigh decided they get stressed out weighing. They either not losing weight or they're losing weight very, very slowly. I'm not really sure what the mental thing is about it, but it doesn't bother me to weigh myself. It doesn't bother me to weigh myself every day. I'm totally cool with that. I find it easier to gauge how I'm doing and know how to tweak my diet so that I can lose. At least I did last year as I was losing. Well, I would just like to clarify any doubts between my posting McDougall versus Chef AJ. They're really one and the same in a lot of ways. The only thing is that Chef AJ put a little twist on it. Her style is that she eats non-starchy vegetables first instead of doing the McDougall program for maximum weight loss. It's the 50-50 plate, which I do that a lot of times too. I'm mixing my things together depending on what my schedule is like. Sometimes I'm, throwing things in the pot and not eat my non-starchy vegetables alone. Sometimes I can't do that. So it's really one and the same. What it did is it gave me the flexibility of being able to do one or the other. The only thing that I don't like is I haven't even tried it, so maybe I'll try it one of these days. I have not yet ventured out and tried savory oats. I like my oats as a dessert. That's my dessert. Most people have it for breakfast, and that's great. I have no problem with that. It's basically the same thing. We're basically eating more non-starchy vegetables if we want to lose weight and a little bit less starchy, but you have to have enough starchy vegetables so you feel satiated and satisfied, because if you feel deprived, you're not going to stick with the program. You're going to just feel hungry. And sometimes I just wish I could go to the person's kitchen and be there in person, but I can't, to show you how much you need to be eating. We were measuring out in my kitchen one day, only 9 pounds of potatoes. I said, you need 9 pounds of potatoes per person. Some people eat 8 pounds of food a day. I seem to eat about three-ish pounds of food a day. That's just me. My activity level is probably a super low in comparison to most people. I've had a lot of physical problems. Some of the physical problems that I've had to deal with are symptoms of fibromyalgia. I've had a lot of gut problems, problems with parasites over the last 10 years that has just knocked me out. I spent years sitting in an overstuffed chair or in a chair trying to figure out how to get well. The other thing that I do that is not required is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting I started doing last year. See, I was heavy. I was over 50 pounds overweight. And I had a lot of weight to lose. I've been a dieter my entire life. I had counted calories, used a computer program, had to keep track of every morsel that I ate, had to exercise excessively to be able to keep the weight down in a somewhat normal range. And I was tired of doing that. It seemed like such a bondage to me, always tracking, always, people talk about not weighing themselves every day. Oh boy, having to track your food. To me, that's torture. It's just torture. I'm just sick of it. I don't even want to see another, I don't want to track my food anymore. Get that far away from me. I don't have to do that. The weight just fell off effortlessly. Seriously, if you'll just do what the program says, cut out the fat, cut out your nuts, cut out all the oils out of your diet and just stick with a lot of non-starchy vegetables, a lot of starches. At least half of your diet is going to be starches: rice, beans, potatoes, corn. Those are starches. Pasta. Now, pasta for me is one that I kind of, that's more of a treat, because I've had times when I didn't gain weight eating pasta, and other times it kind of went up a little bit. So I'm teetering back and forth. So I kind of save pasta, the wheat pasta, for a special time. It's not that I'm averted to it, but I just don't eat it all the time. Now, intermittent fasting, back to that. On a graph, you can see last year on the graph, when I was starting out losing weight, I initially started out as a fruitarian. Remember, now I was a cheating fruitarian for over 3 years. Cheating fruitarian means my husband could bring home chicken from the chicken stand. It was irresistible, the smell, and I would eat it, and caved in. It just, because I wasn't satiated being fruitarian. Now, I was consuming way too many calories as a fruitarian, because my appliance of choice at that time was a Blend Tech, and I had smoothies nonstop. I've had a lot of dental work. I have teeth missing. I'm 51 years old, and it's hard for me to chew a lot. So that's why I like and prefer mushy food. It makes it a lot easier for me. And I was using the Blend Tech to make watermelon water. Delicious. But I lived on that for like 3 years. I was doing smoothies, all these fruit smoothies, and I was consuming way too many calories, because I wasn't satiated. And then I was eating a lot of avocado. Yeah, so it was not working for weight loss, and it did not help candida issues. Even though I took herbs, I could not get the candida under control. And once I went on this whole foods plant-based, especially McDougall, the starch solution, I have where my nails have grown out, they're still growing out, and have what is called a bow line, meaning you can see where the nail that had fungal issues, candida issues, is growing out, and there's a healthy nail growing. That's quite impressive to me. I had testing done, I had blood work done for Candida albicans. Gone. I don't have an overgrowth of that anymore, so that's great. Now, back to intermittent fasting. So I was doing that in January, end of December, January of last year. I started to lose a little bit of weight because I was cutting out the things that were causing me to gain weight. And then I found the blue zones, and I added back in beans, but I was also doing oils because I love the Mediterranean lifestyle. I did that for many, many years as a fat Mediterranean person. And then in March, so in February, I basically lost 1 pound. If that was all I lost. And then in March, April, May, June, that was when I was doing intermittent fasting, and I was doing nothing until 4 o'clock. What that did for me broke whatever, quote unquote, food addictions I had, because I was eating at 4 o'clock. I gave myself a 2-hour window to eat all that I wanted, and I was eating raw. I was eating raw at that time. And then at 6 o'clock, I was done. I was in bed by 9 o'clock to rest. And then, I had tons of energy at 4 o'clock, but normally, that's my normal slump. I got to take a nap time. I didn't have that anymore. And then in June was when I finally decided to listen to Chef AJ. See, she intimidated me initially because she's so thin. She's so thin and trim. She just looks like she's got her act together, which she does now. But she then explained how she was overweight and a fat vegan for years. So she had my attention then. I saw, wow, you can really eat all that food, how food density works. And she sold me on it. She even sold me an Instant Pot and the MILF air fryer. I had to, and the little vinegar things I wish that I could get down here. But, someone's brought me a few, so I've gotten to have that. But just to say that if you look at my graph, my weight loss, I continue to lose weight steadily from this same, if not even better than the intermittent fasting, doing the starch solution Chef AJ style. I continue to lose until I got to 145 pounds. And now I maintain 145, 150. That's where I've been at. And basically I was losing, but I kind of got freaked out. I wasn't used to being that thin. And so I put a stop to it. I put a stop to my weight loss. And I just kind of let myself plateau there. That's where I plateaued, because that's where I was comfortable at the moment, because I was just losing weight so fast. Now, I love the lifestyle. I love the size that I am. I'm small. I can wear a size 6, and I think I look all right, but I still have a lot of fat. Our skin, when we lose weight, when it's just loose skin, it'll be look like this. But when there's fat in it, I'm not going to raise up my arm, but there's a lot of fat in there. There's a lot of fat in there, and I still have quite a bit of belly fat that I can lose. So I think it's important for me to trim up still. And I think now that my knee is doing a little bit better, I'm going to start shaping up. Now, my shaping up means that I stop eating at 6 and I'm in bed by 9. Those are 2 key things for me to losing weight. I did it one day and I lost 2 pounds. Remember, that was just a week or so ago. Well, over 11 days ago. But and then I injured my knee, and that's why I lost momentum. It was just okay, injured the knee, can't walk, so I'm just going to maintain. And now I would like to, get going again. My knee's better. I'm back from vacation, and I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to be vlogging. I don't know if it'll be every day, but I'll be trying to vlog what I eat in a day, because that seems to be what people are super interested in. They want to know about recipes and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned for whatever daily vlogs I can come up with, and trying to keep it interesting and knowing how long your attention span is, because right now I've gone way over. Seems like people watch maybe half the video. I don't know how YouTube analytics works, but it seems like people are only watching half the video. So sometimes there's information that I'm wanting you to see, and if you don't watch it till the end, you're not getting all the information that I was really wanting you to have. Like the premiere that I did, I hope people watched it to the end, because I really wanted you to vote on which dress looked best on me for the wedding. So if I get this video up before the wedding, please go back and watch that and vote and let me know which dress you think looks the best on me. It's getting so long, but one day I wanted to talk about osteoarthritis, neuropathy, and fibromyalgia. And the thing is that I was told I had fibromyalgia, but I don't know if I did or not. It kind of it's run in my family, but basically to me, fibromyalgia just means they don't know what's wrong with you. Now, I did go to the doctor and medical internist to try to get a proper diagnosis, found out I did have a parasite that was causing the crushing fatigue that I had for 6 months. And I asked them, what is wrong with my knees? Why do I feel like my knees are in a freezer? And he just off the cuff said that can be caused by neuropathy and osteoarthritis, which makes sense. I mean, I had already figured I had some neuropathy issues. So that's why I'm saying that my energy level and my and the things that I do, my activities and the amount of food that I eat is going to be totally different for someone that's super active. I've been a pretty inactive person for many years because I was having health problems. I had underlying health problems. Changing my diet has helped me tremendously. So, and I also went through menopause. My 40s were horrible for me, ladies. They were really awful. There were sometimes I was so angry and mean and I couldn't put up with stuff. And I would just like ask the ladies at church, will I ever be nice again? You know, and sure enough, as I got in towards the tail end of, I think it was in 2017, and I was taking those adrenal glandulars and the parathyroid glandulars. I took those, I done a video on the glandulars, and then I came back and I got nice again. I'm so happy. I'm sure everybody's had their issues, and I just wanted to get better and well naturally. I refuse to use medication. I refuse to use any bio hormones. I'm not into that, you know, not going there. I don't need it. I'm balancing out my hormones just fine with the seed cycling and eating one Brazil nut a week. And what it's the other thing I take 2 kelp capsules on Monday and 2 kelp capsules on Friday. You know, that's what I use to balance out my hormones, and it is definitely working for me. I'm thrilled about it. I can definitely feel the difference in my energy level by keeping those hormones balanced. As far as osteoarthritis goes, this diet is the best diet that we can eat. Whole foods, plant-based, no oil, keep going. It can only get better. I don't use any pain medication. If I do get in a lot of pain, we have access to a turmeric curcuma tablet called Oso Sands. It's super inexpensive here. So that is my, if I have something that's very painful, that's what I'll use, or I'll use little sublingual arnica, little pellets, something like that. But very rarely do I need it. Most of the time, you got to know that pain is inflammation. Keep your kidneys filtering. Someone was showing that you were using dandelion tea. Yeah, dandelion tea is great for kidney filtration. Horsetail, borage, that is good too. That also helps support your adrenal glands. So, you know, there's herbs that we can use, and they're far superior to pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals have their side effects. I know some people like them and they're into them. That's their thing, but it's not mine. I am an all-natural girl, and I've always been that way because pharmaceuticals make me nauseous. I don't like them. Ladies, it's been a fantastic tea time. Watch for those videos to be coming, vlogging what I eat in a day to be trim and to lose those last 20 pounds. If you have any comments, please comment below, or questions for our next time together. And please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much. Oh, and I got 400 subscribers as of today. That's so exciting. I was like, I've been waiting for that for the last week. I'm like, come on. Yeah, my goal is to get 1,000 subscribers, just because, you know, even though this is just a hobby, I guess YouTube will start paying me something for it. I'm like, okay, cool. But I don't need to work. I don't need the money or anything like that. This is purely for a hobby. I'm thinking, shoot, if YouTube could pay me something, I could buy my husband a Christmas present, you know, or my kids or my grandkids, you know. But anyway, I'm not expecting much. I just have to set goals for myself. I'm just a very driven type A type personality, and have to get those things. I have to have goals. All right. God bless you. Love you. Thank you so much.